Hello. Have you realised I'm in hiding at the moment? I'm in hiding behind the flowers because I'm so shocked at the various things that I'm seeing. Have you thought about the state of satire, indeed whether satire is appropriate? Actually, we do know somebody who's really good at satire, Sacha Baron Cohen. He gets it, doesn't he? And he's just been vindicated because there was this fellow in that TV program that Sacha Baron Cohen did. There was a fellow called Ray Moore. He was the former Chief Justice in Alabama, and he wanted to run for the Senate. And all this sort of nonsense came out. Well, not nonsense. All these allegations came out where he was accused by 3, 4, 5, I can't remember how many women, 2 of whom were minors at the time when the alleged incidents took place. And actually we have quite a lot of specific details. Anyway, he was pilloried on Baron Cohen's TV show. Actually, it was a rather brilliant moment where Baron Cohen allegedly was trying to, apparently was trying to give Roy Moore an award for his services to Israel. And he had this, he was sort of terrorist expert, and he had this sort of machine which, among other things, detected whether you were a paedophile. And each time he used it on himself, there was no noise. When he put it against Moore, there was a ding, and he said, I think it's malfunctioning. A brilliant joke. Anyway, Moore had sued some of his alleged victims on the grounds that the accusations that they had made were, quote, false and malicious. I don't think there was any result about that. I don't think he won. The whole thing is a distasteful story, and it came out yesterday or today that although he wanted, Roy Moore wanted $95 million in damages, the case was thrown out because these stories were in the public arena long before Sacha Baron Cohen got hold of it. I mean, this was the Sacha Baron Cohen bit was probably the highlight of that series. And when you look at that, there's satire on a very grand scale, doing a public service. It's doing its job properly, and then we look at what we've got in the UK. Oh God, it's all on a slightly sort of different level. It's all about groping people outside doors and sort of corridors in ministries. It's disturbing. When is a politician a suitable target for satire? When that politician has power or abuses power. That is the only criterion, really. So that sort of rules out people like Michael Gove, who at the moment is going through a divorce with Sarah Vine. Michael Gove is just uninteresting. I know he'd long to be the subject of satire. I know he'd long to be plastered across the front pages of the tabloids, but he is boring and dull. And when you place him next to that other man who's busy going through a divorce, Matt Hancock, the Matt Hancock story seems to have no end. It's like the groping hands of Matt. You think of it. It really is this kind of, oh, how tickled I am when I want to get my executive director to grind out more paperwork. Ken Dodd-Mitre, to grind out. Oh, she's got a very good way with the grinder. And what are we doing? We're just developing ideas or paper clips or something. That's what we're doing. Nothing untoward going on there. It's all about power, and it's all about paper. And it means Matt Hancock is still in the running, partly because the US security firm, which controlled the CCTV camera, has insisted on rooting out who blew the whistle, who took the photographs with their mobile phone of the footage of Matt Hancock and his acting executive director, Gina Coladangelo, while they were busy generating new paperwork or grinding out new paperwork. Hunt. Hunt. Oh, Hunt. Yes, Hunt's another one, isn't it? That was a slip of the tongue, but I mean, there's so many slips of the tongue when we think of Mr. Hunt. Mr. Hunt has made spoonerism fashionable again. And did you notice today that he seems to eclipse Sacha Javid, who is now in isolation because he's tested positive for COVID, though he's only got grogginess. And Gavin Williamson. Mr. Hunt, Jeremy Hunt, is talking about issues which are pertinent to both of them, to both their ministries. It suggests, and he's saying, he's warning us that come Freedom Day, it may not really be Freedom Day. Well, you know, we know this. We've already been given so many qualifications. This is not Freedom Day. This is a French fancy. This is a frippery. This is a foolishness, a fallacy, a fantasy, an Anglo-Saxon, an Anglo-Saxon phrase or verb comes to mind. But this is not freedom. And we leave it to Jeremy Hunt to give us this information. What does that tell us? That tells us, or it tells me anyway, that Sacha Javid is probably going to be very quickly, by the autumn, when we all go back into lockdown, Sacha Javid is probably going to be locked up in another ministry, a rather more august ministry than the one that he's currently taken over. And Jeremy Hunt is being primed to be moved back into a main cabinet post. So you've heard it from me. That's my prediction. And really, all I came out here to do was to talk to you about satire and whether or not I think there's any future in it. I think there really is future in satire. I think satire, informed satire. If GBTV wants to do anything useful with its 120 odd employees, with its huge building, with its talent, then maybe it should be thinking about serious satire. I might say the same about Steph McGovern. Maybe that's what she's already achieved. But, you know, I do think it's extraordinary that people who run professional television shows can end up with 0 viewers. Something has gone wrong. We're not giving people what they want. So anyway, look, please, could you tell me what do you think we ought to be generating? What do you think we ought to be encouraging national presenters, national television programs to be producing? So that maybe we can get a debate going and get some guidance out there so that people are no longer floundering and thinking, oh heavens, you know, going too far or not going far enough. This is not another reference to Matt Hancock. I think we overdid it the other day with all the horse imagery. But Matt Hancock, poor Matt Hancock, I think we hang our head in shame, as clearly he's doing. So please, leave a message, leave comments, ring the bell, and I'll see you later. At the moment, it seems to be, you know, I'll be seeing you very soon. My goodness. There's one thing after another at the moment, isn't there, really? Anyway, have fun. Bye-bye. Sits among the cabbages and leeks.